Hello, this is Jared Brown. Right now I'm in Ciudad, Juarez. It's December 22nd, 2017 at approximately 10:56 p.m. This evening I went to the basketball games at UTEP. There were two different games for the Sun Bowl Classic. When that was over, I walked back towards Juarez, where I'm staying for 3 days while I'm waiting on a train to go back to Seattle and then Alaska. As soon as I crossed the bridge, I saw a group of cops, and they didn't say anything to me. And then I kept walking a little bit, and there was another group of cops, and they said it was 4 of them, 1 female, 3 males, and one of the males said, "Hey boss, come here." I said, "Okay." So I came over there, and he said, "Hey, we just need to check you. We're going to check you. We want to make sure you don't have drugs. What are you doing here?" A lot of stuff like that. So they checked me, and they just asked me a bunch of stupid questions and kept asking me if I was using drugs or had drugs or if I was drinking, this sort of thing. And then finally they said, "Okay, we're going to take you to the station because we need to check your thumbprints because we want to make sure that you're not a criminal or something like that." I said, "Okay, there's really no reason for that because I haven't done anything wrong. But if you want to go, we can go, no problem." And then while we were waiting for a second, I told them, "You know guys, this is not right. It's not fair. If you guys want to go, we're going to go, but it's not right. And you're not treating me right. I come here because I'm a traveler and because I like to stay here, and I've been coming here for many years." And then I told them, "You know, the reason that people don't want to come to Mexico is because they think they're going to be mistreated by the cops. And it just isn't right for you guys to mistreat people for no reason." And then the female cop, she said something like, "You know, that's right. It's not good. What's going on here?" And the other guy said, "Okay, adelante, like go forward." And he pointed in the direction to my hotel. So I went walking, and I walked towards my hotel, and I walked through this main road. I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a plaza where everybody kind of walks and stuff. And it's right in front of the cathedral. So I take a left on that, and I walk towards Avenida Lerdo. And before I get there, a block, I believe before, 2 blocks, right at the railroad tracks, there was another group of guys. And so they stopped me. And I said, "Oh my gosh," in Spanish, I said, "I just got stopped over there. I don't understand why you guys are stopping everybody for no reason. What's going on?" And the guy said, "Oh, you're going to give me a bad attitude, this and that." I said, "No, I'm not giving you a bad attitude. I'm just asking you a question because I don't understand why I'm being stopped. I just want to go back to my hotel where I'm staying." And he goes, "Oh, we're going to check you, you've got drugs." So they check me, and they're asking me a lot of questions. They take everything out of my pockets. They're passing my wallet around. I'm trying to keep an eye on my wallet for obvious reasons, right? And the guy keeps saying, "Oh no, look at me when I'm talking." Meanwhile, the other guy has my wallet, right? So I said, "Wait just a second, I'm trying to watch this guy." And this guy keeps sniffing my wallet, keeps putting his hands in there, and moving my money around. And finally the guy said, "Okay, give him his money." So he's not nervous. So he gives me part of my money. And I said, "Oh, there's more in there. There's more in there. There's more in there." And he kept holding it. And he was giving me 1 bill at a time. Meanwhile, the other guy's getting my attention. So finally, after a little while, he gave me back all of my stuff, and he told me to put it in my pockets. And meanwhile, I've already been asked 3 times about my cigars. He kept asking me about the cigars, and I kept answering him. And then this guy pulls the cigar out and he sniffs it and asks me where's it from and how much it costs and this sort of thing. And I answered his questions. And then the other guys are talking to me. They're asking me more questions. So I'm looking away. And then he hands me back the cigars. He goes, "You know, I respect you. You're a good person. You're a good guy. You know, have a good night." So I say, "Okay, thank you. You guys have a good night." And so I start walking towards my hotel. It's only a couple blocks from there. And when I got about a block from my hotel, I looked in my wallet. And I noticed that $40 was missing. Every time I talked to the cops and in Mexico, after I talk to them, I check and make sure I have all of my stuff, because I've been coming to Mexico for 11 years and I know how these guys operate. So I checked, and after the first time I was stopped, everything was there. After the second time I was stopped, I'm missing $40 and 2 cigars. So even though I could have just gone to my hotel and taken the loss and just said, fuck it, I'm going to sleep, I went back and I confronted them. And I said, hey, look, you know, I have a problem. I'm missing $40. I was not missing that $40 when I came here. Someone, I believe, took it from me. And I believe it was one of you guys, because the last time I pulled my wallet out of my pants, I had all of my money. But when I left you guys, I did not have all of my money. And the guy said, well, who did it? And I said, well, I don't know, because you guys had masks over your face, and they were passing my wallet around, so I didn't actually see it gone, but I know it's gone because it's not there anymore. And he said, well, if you don't know who did it, then I'm going to take you to the station for making a false declaration. I said, no, there's no false declaration here. All I'm doing is saying that money is missing that I had before and it's not there now. I don't know where it went, and I don't know who took it, but I'm pretty sure it happened here, because there's no other place it could have happened. And the guy said, oh, well, you know, we've been moving the people around, so it must have been the other guy that was here before. It wasn't me. You know, how do you know it was one of us? I said, I can't tell who it was because there's a mask covering your face. But it was one of 4 guys who were here, and I believe it was you guys. And I said, you know what, to be honest with you, I have money. So if I lose $40, it's not the end of the world. I can just go to the bank and get more, you know. But the problem is that I've been coming here 11 years, and I have a reason to believe, no matter where I go in this world, that I should be treated fairly, especially by the police, right? You can understand if some piece of shit criminal rips you off, that shit happens, right? But that should never happen from the police. The police should be the most honest, the most dedicated, the most decent people around. But that's not always the case in Mexico. And anywhere else too, but especially in Mexico. So I started talking with the guy, and I explained to him pretty much over and over, basically what I just said. You know, I don't think it's right. It's my money. I don't understand why it's gone. And he said, well, you can see your cigars are on the ground, and they were broken up. And I said, yes, I can see that, but why are my cigars not in my pocket? Why are they on the ground? Why did someone keep them from me? Why didn't they return them? And he goes, oh, they're on the ground, they're on the ground. I said, yes, I understand. But for me, I feel like I should have been able to leave with those, and someone shouldn't have taken those. And he said, oh, well, I'm the boss of all of these cops all around here, and I'm going to go and I'm going to fire whoever did it. Don't worry. He said, I'm going to get him. I said, well, how are you going to know who did it? If you say you didn't do it and the other guys didn't do it, how are you going to know who did it? Oh, don't worry, I'm going to investigate. I'm going to check it out. I know what's going on around here. I said, okay. I said, so what am I going to do about my $40? Is there some way I can make a queja, a grievance, or a complaint? And he goes, oh, yes, sure, of course you can. I said, where do I go? What's the name of the government agency? Where is this government agency located? He goes, oh, it's over there by this and that road. And I think he just made the roads up. I said, what's the name of the agency? And he goes, oh, yeah, it's called sewer. I said, what does that mean? And he didn't tell me, so I still don't know the name of the agency. But so after I said that, he goes, look, you know, I understand you lost money. I don't want you to lose money. I'm a good guy. I'm the chief. I'm the boss of all these guys, and I want to have a good reputation here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my guy to the Casa de Cambio, the change house, the place where you change your money over. And he said, I only have Mexican money right now, but I'm going to change it over for dollars, and I'm going to bring you back $20 just so we can work it out. So I lost 40, but he brought me back 20. It was my 20, and he kept the other one, but they wanted to, you know, try to keep me from complaining or making a big scene or going to the government and all that. But I guess since it's Christmas time, they needed a little extra money, and they got $20 from me. So It's not right, but shit happens, I guess.